Today's video is sponsored by Babbel, the language learning app of 2022. Honestly, I don't know what else I can tell y'all about this app because I'm still using it. I'm still using it for the same reasons too. Many of you know by now, my main goals for 2022 are to travel. I want to get back out there and learn more about the world around me, specifically the cultures. I don't just want to go to a country and, take photos of their landmarks. I want to know more about the culture, the people, the history. And for me, a huge part of that is also understanding and appreciating that nation's language. I already spoke about this before, but the main reason that I gravitate towards Babbel as a language learning app is because of how the lesson plans are organized. For me, I find them very conversational, very similar to what I expect to be speaking or how I expect to be speaking when I use those languages in the countries that I intend to travel. So the lessons are designed by experts who know the languages inside and out, and they understand the best way to teach you how to learn these languages. There's so many other ways you can learn as well, though. There are podcasts, there are games. Babbel is an app that is designed to have you speaking a new language in 3 weeks. For me personally, once I had the pronunciation down, I became a lot more confident in speaking the languages in a much shorter time frame. I think within the first 2 weeks, I was saying things to Kirk like "Это моя кошка, Kirk," and "До свидания," obviously, "Добрый вечер," just all those phrases that are little greetings and those sort of introductory phrases. I was speaking that within the first 2 weeks because of how it is set up. So if learning a new language is on your New Year's resolution, Babbel is giving you a 65% off your subscription with the peace of mind of having a 20-day money-back guarantee. To claim this 65% discount on your subscription, you just need to click the link in my description box and start learning a new language today. A massive gracias and spasiba to Babbel for collaborating with me in this video and for sponsoring me again. Back to our reading. Hi everyone and welcome to today's reading. So lovely to have you here. I'm trying to keep like a really chill vibe for today's reading to make sure that it's just something lovely to listen to. Now today's reading, it was supposed to be ready for upload before Valentine's Day, but at this stage it looks like it's going to find us the day after. So there's been a slight change of plans. Today's reading is Valentine's Day inspired. I know that this day can be tricky, especially if you are not in a good place when it comes to love, or even if you have a partner. Some people just don't really like this day. Me personally, I've been on both sides of the fence where I've wanted to celebrate it and then I've been very spitefully against it. And now I'm just at a point where I'm like, you know what? Life is too short to live a single day without love, and I think I feel pretty grateful for where I'm personally at, in the sense of this day for me is just another day to love myself and share love with my loved ones, to show the people around me that I cherish them, and more importantly, to ensure that I'm taking this day to cherish myself. So the aim of this reading is not to trigger you. I hope it can just add more love into your life. It can sometimes be a triggering topic, so we're going to try to steer it in a helpful direction, a direction that offers you insight and clarity and support. And I hope that these messages really do find you when they're meant to as well. So speaking of the reading, we're asking Spirit, what does this person wish would happen between you? Now, because I had anticipated this to come out for Valentine's Day, we're going to see what they wish had happened on Valentine's Day between you. And then we're going to have a look at what they wish will happen in general moving forward. Each group will also be getting advice and channeled messages. They're going to be quick groups though. My intention is to not kind of harp on about it. I just want to offer you a little space to get clarity, support, and loving messages. So There are 4 groups to choose from, as you can see. We're doing pick a cards today. Someone said that they prefer the cards, and I'll be honest, I do as well. I think that there's a lot more to look at and to gather from when it comes to cards versus crystals or rocks. So 4 groups to choose from today. Starting with group 1 over here, y'all got this foxglove card, which is associated with shape shifting in this deck. There's a lot of colors on this card. I've put like a yellowy hue on the light today, so the yellow cancels out a little bit of the purple, but this is a strong purple vibe card. Have a look at that one. Pause it if you need more time. That's group 1 with foxglove. Group 2 over here, y'all have dandelion. Wishes will be granted. Dandelion has a lot of different colors, but a strong emphasis on the yellowy, almost orange tones. Dandelions, I think if you've got them in your country, you know they're famous for that yellowy ploof of color that it kind of emanates when it comes through the ground or through your grass. It's mostly a weed, but I do like dandelions. You can eat them. Group 3, you guys have the passion fruit flower over here associated with sacrifice. And look at the hues on this card, y'all. Simple and bold at the same time. Group 3 with passion flower. Group 4, last but certainly not least, y'all have the wildflower card associated with freedom. And same thing, this card is a bit more complicated in the sense of there's a lot of different colors there, but a very strong emphasis on the blue, almost indigo colors. It looks a lot more indigo on camera. In real life, it's more blue, but I think that's the yellow tone to the camera, making it look a lot more indigo. So group 4 with wildflower freedom. Now, when it comes to picking a group, you can choose to pause the video if you're a visual person and you want more time to observe the cards, or you may wish to join me in the meditation portion of this reading, which will be straight after this clip. Quick 1-minute meditation. If you've been here for a while, you already know the deal. Or you may have another weird, wild, and wonderful method that you choose, which helps you pick a group. When you know which of these 4 groups you're feeling most called to, click on the timestamps in the description box and join me in your reading. So the first thing I want you to do with me is to take in 2 deep, mindful breaths. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to focus on clearing your mind. It's natural to have thoughts racing at this point. I want you to embrace each thought as it comes and let it slip as quickly as it came in. Focus on clearing and balancing out these thoughts so that they come and go without a desire to be attached to them. And now, with a rested mind, I want you to think of the first group that comes to your mind. It may be a number, it may be an object that I showed you. It could be a specific color, it could be a feeling that you felt when I showed you each of the groups today. When you are ready and when you feel confident, select your group and join me in your reading. Hi Group 1 and welcome to your reading. If you chose the foxglove flower card, then this is going to be your reading. This card has a shape shifting down the bottom here, and let's just have another look at this card in depth. So the textures on this card is what stands out for me most. Shape-shifting is no coincidence as well. I feel your person is really hoping for something significant to happen between the two of you, if it hasn't already. Foxglove kind of gives me this energy of wanting to move things to a more peaceful place, but I feel like a friendlier place as well, especially if you've been experiencing some difficulties in your connection with them. I feel like your person is hoping that you can be amicable and bring back a certain sweetness to your connection. There is a feeling of healing something here as well, and it looks like they have to be direct with how they approach this. So your person wishes for things to heal to a point of being more sweet. I just want to check with this black here, there's a issue with power that this person, maybe they don't feel powerful in your connection, or they're struggling to kind of stand out to you. The grey in this deck can sometimes represent someone who's quiet and conservative, or a bit more practical. So all this grey with the kind of black in the background there, it makes me think that this person is struggling to kind of stand out and feels that there may be a power imbalance in your connection. We do have a little bit of blue in the corner, and blue in this deck is often associated with loyalty and honesty. That seems to be a difficult thing because it's not showing up strongly. It's sparse. Honesty here could go a long way, but it doesn't look like it's very... So maybe this person is hoping to steer things in a very specific way, kind of a Seven of Swords thing, wanting you to see things for how they see it, rather than the whole picture. Because this person almost feels like they need to really push this connection into a specific direction in order for it to work. And they feel like they have to be very careful about how they do that. They can't push too much, but they can't push too little either, or risk you not seeing things the way that they are. Finally See Our Way came to mind. It's a song by Art vs. Science, Finally See Our Way. It's a real like hero's ballad of a song, so that's interesting. I'm going to pop your card up here, and we're going to have a look at what this person wishes would have happened on Valentine's Day. The Valentine's Day deck that I'm using is our plus, in the sense of there's nudity, so I can't bring it close to the camera. I don't want to get a strike on YouTube. YouTube is a little bit, they're kind of buckling down a little bit more, and since I created the second channel, I'm noticing that they're more observant of what I upload. Things are taking a bit longer to process sometimes, so I want to be very careful. I don't want to accidentally show you some tiggle bitties on a family-friendly platform. So group one, please, Spirit. What does their person wish would have happened on Valentine's Day? What does group one's person wish would have happened on Valentine's Day, please, Spirit? What do they wish happened on Valentine's Day? Group one's person. What did they wish would have happened on Valentine's Day? These cards are like not wanting to come out. There we go. We've got the Knave of Chalices coming out first. What does this person wish would have happened on Valentine's Day between them, Spirit? We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. I've got to fix my microphone real quick. Excuse me. It's not doing things in the way that I want it to. Oh, is that better? No. I'm like, no. We're going to have to deal with that. What does this person wish would have happened between them and group one on Valentine's Day? We also have the Star. I'm going to, excuse me, I got confused. This is the Knight of Cups. So I'm going to start with this, and if I have questions, I'll elaborate, because we don't have a heck of a lot of time, group one. Your person wishes they would have come forward and messaged you at the very least. The Page of Cups tells me this person, it feels like they need to make more of an effort towards you. They may need to make their intentions towards you clearer, whether that is that they want friendship. For most of you, this person wants to strengthen your relationship by coming in a more friendly, sweet way. But for a lot of you with the Knight of Cups here, romantic gestures were intended to be had as well. I feel like this person wished that for Valentine's Day they had messaged you at the very least to let you know that they were thinking of you. Two of Pentacles reversed may mean that they just didn't make enough time in the day for that to happen. They may have accidentally forgotten. They got really busy and it slipped their mind. Or with the Two of Pentacles, they may have actually chosen to do something else instead and prioritized that. What happened here with the Two of Pentacles, Spirit, for Group 1 on Valentine's Day? What happened with their person? I'm hearing, I wish I made more time for you. The Devil card reversed. Yeah, they succumb to what's the word I'm trying to say? They succumb, is that the right word? Anyway, they gave in to something else with the Devil card here. They're not very proud of it. They're trying to hide it. My Lord, if this person's single, they may have been having a really wild night and trying not to think about the fact that it was Valentine's Day. But with the Devil reversed, I feel like this person is ashamed of how they treated you on this day. Like they should have tried more. I feel like yeah, I'm just hearing I'm not proud. I'm not proud of it. They're being so careful. What happened here with the Devil card, Spirit? Can you just tell me truthfully? What happened here? I'm hearing respectfully. Respectfully, you don't want to know. It's being shown the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Wands. This person may have a tendency to kind of slip into behaviors that are easy than facing the truth because they are struggling to kind of take responsibility of this connection and of what they need to do for this connection. I'm being shown an energy that is avoidant or that is struggling with the weight of this connection. There's a lot of passion for you and they never meant to hurt you. What I'm feeling here is on Valentine's Day, they tried not to make a good situation even worse. So for most of you, this person was kind of like avoidant and tried to not come across in a very sleazy way. If you have a mostly sexual relationship with this person, I feel like they had to really make an effort not to kind of come across that way on Valentine's Day. Because it feels like this person is trying a new approach with you. And this approach has to do with them trying to take responsibility. And I feel like this person may have realized that after the fact. With the Page of Pentacles here, they may owe you an apology because of what has happened between you thus far. At the very least, it's led to confusion. At the very most, your situation is now imbalanced due to them not stepping up and accepting responsibility, taking control in a certain way. At the very least, in control of their actions. At the very most, in control of the future of this connection. Group 1, your person is ashamed of how they've treated you, especially on Valentine's Day. I feel like they desired to be more romantically present for you. They desired to really touch base with you. They hoped to have seen you. So if you didn't see your person, I feel like they really wish they would have connected to you in some way or connected with you in some way. This person is struggling with how they approach you and how they make time for this connection. What else did they wish happened? Oh, that did not work. Let me try one more time. What else does Group 1's person wish happened? What else does Group 1's person wish happened between them on Valentine's Day? What does this person wish happened? Ten of Wands reversed. They wish they would have just let go of their other responsibilities and pursued you instead. This person wishes that they would have, just taken a load off and not made this situation out to be as divergent as it was. For some of you, this person has responsibilities outside of this connection that force them to invest their energy there instead of towards you on Valentine's Day, and they wish they didn't have that. There is a feeling of guilt because for some of you this other responsibility is significant, like they need to do it. It's something that is obviously like not questionable. It's like you need to go to work type of thing, or you need to look after your family member or your child. It feels like that. So they feel guilty for saying like, oh, I wish I didn't have to. But at the same time, when it comes to Valentine's Day, they wish they would have made more time for you and not prioritized other responsibilities. They wish they would have made it work for you. What else does this person wish? We're going to have a look at what they wish they could have said to you at the end as well. Knight of Wands. They do wish they had a passionate night with you. I'm seeing this person wishing for like a romantic evening that then progressed into the two of you getting to kind of blow off some steam together and have like a sexual encounter. This person wished that they swept you off your feet, group 1. I feel like they wished for a spontaneous energy of action. Something that could really surprise you in a way that you were really thrilled to see them. They wish that you were wanting them to come towards you too. This person wished that you were kind of, waiting for them. But they hope that you weren't, because they hope that you weren't crying when they didn't show up either with the Ten of Swords. They hope they didn't get your hopes up. This person wished that they could have moved towards you and that you would have, like, it would have been exactly what you wanted as well. There's a lot of masculine energy here and guilt for not taking action the right way and feeling like they made a mistake or like they didn't take the right action with the Four of Cups reversed. You make this person want to try harder though, I've got to say that much, because they're very aware of the deficits in your connection now with Justice reversed. This person feels like they did betray you, and they feel like with the Ten of Swords here, they have a lot to do. Things can't continue like this, otherwise there's an ending. So they feel like they have a lot to do to make up for. So let's have a look at what they wish will happen for the future of your connection now. Group 1, please, Spirit. What does this person wish will happen in the future of their connection? Group 1, we have the Queen of Goblets coming out in the reverse position. I can hold this card closer compared to the new deck. This is the Tarot del Toro deck, but all of the decks are listed in the description box if you're curious. Group 1, what does their person wish will happen between them in the future? Group 1. We also have the Hierophant. Wow. What does this person wish will happen between them in the future? We have the Three of Cups in the upright position. This is especially for those in separation, this card. 3, are you going to focus, please? The threes. What does group 1's person wish will happen in the future of their connection? We have Temperance in the reverse position. Might just get one more card. What do they wish will happen in the future, Spirit, of this connection? Group 1's person. They do want a do-over, that's for sure. Yeah, we have the Death card coming out with the Nine of Wands. So they're really, really hoping that neither of you give up. They're hoping that the changes that are happening in your connection currently lead to success. They're hoping to learn from their past mistakes. And I feel like they're really hoping that you're willing to continue trying as much as they are. Your person is very obviously highlighting to me the fact that there has been either an ending or the end of a cycle in your connection. Something had to come to a full circle because it could not continue on that same path. Your person for the future wishes that you yourself have learned as well. With the Queen of Goblets, they hope that the two of you can come to the table with clear ideas of what you need from each other in order for this to work. Like when I look at the Queen of Goblets reversed, it is someone who is protective of their heart, but it is also someone who is very emotionally aware. And this is sometimes to a fault. Your person is aware that they have hurt you in some way or that you are guarded. They're not expecting you to disregard everything that has happened in your shared past, let alone in potentially other relationships.
Your person's almost expecting you to come in guarded. They hope that that doesn't hold you back though. Your person wants positive change in the connection. They want the chance to really connect with you and talk to you, group one. I see with the Hierophant here, this person is hoping that you're both getting advice or seeking information that is helpful for your connection. And I think that they really do want things to move into a new state of commitment towards each other. I feel like this person wants to talk to you more seriously about the future of this connection too, though. Like I see them coming to you with the Hierophant to figure out what you want moving forward. And with the Three of Cups, at the very least, they want a reunion. So if you're in separation, this person hopes to see you again. But in a circumstance where you're both happy, there's like a carefree energy and you can make each other laugh. They don't want y'all to come together for a serious reason or in a way where you can't see that beautiful, bright, bubbly side of each other's personality. At the very least, they hope to make you smile again in person. And at the most, this person is gunning for a reunion with you. I feel like they need to test the waters with you a little bit and maybe break down your exterior because you are coming in guarded. I see with the Temperance card reversed, this person is very unsure of whether they'll be successful when it comes to union with you, but they're hoping that the two of you will at least be willing to try. I think with Temperance reverse, this person really sees this situation as an equal give and take, and you're a bit of a wild card. They're afraid that at the end of the day, you may be too hard to read, and you may not want this as much as they do, or you may not be willing to give as much as they are willing to give. They hope to leave things on good terms with you though, and to not cause more destruction. Your person hopes that you're both willing to try, like I said over here, and that you won't give up on the connection yet. They're hoping that you can both learn from what happened in the past and use that wisdom to change the outcome in the future. They really feel like there's unresolved issues here, and they are wanting and hoping that these issues can be worked through. Your person has a lot of determination to move forward when it comes to you, but they are very aware of what needs to change, and there seems to be a physical change indicated here too. It may be that you need to start spending more physical time together, or that there needs to be a change of the relationship in a more physical level. Like we just need to it kind of feels like we need to be more aware of what each other needs from each other. I think this person really wants to talk to you seriously, like, what do you need from me? This is what I need from you. What do you want from me? This is what I want from you. They want a big, serious conversation with you, and they were hoping that that could have started to happen on Valentine's Day, that could have been their romantic way of a window in to your little house, your little home, your little world. But I feel that for many of you, they may have accidentally missed that boat. So let's get some channeled messages from them now. Group 1, please, Spirit. What does this person want to say to Group 1? What does this person want to say to Group 1? What does this person want to say to Group 1? Oh, I'm not confused anymore, but it's not that easy to move towards you. You're still on my mind, and I want to turn my dreams into a reality. There's no one else, only you. I don't have any other options I'm pursuing. That doesn't mean it's easy to pursue you, though. This person is not the kind of person that likes to make excuses. I feel like they don't have a lot of courage when it comes to this situation, though. I'm struggling to take action towards you. It feels like my efforts are thwarted. My energy is struggling to move towards you in a more physical sense as well. If you're in separation, this person is so frustrated by that, but for most of you, they just don't have the courage to kind of come out of the blue and contact you as well. So that could resonate for a lot of you. The Seven of Wands, they feel like an underdog in your love life, especially if you are someone who, in their opinion, could have a lot of different offers chasing them, or you may just have a lot of things competing for your attention right now. Group 1, what does their person want to say? I feel this person is quite stuck on you. They're not willing to give up. They do want this connection to move forward. I just feel like they are at sometimes kind of overcome by their connection to you. This devil energy is you. It's like they, even if they take energy and try to invest it in other things, other priorities, other responsibilities, they still feel quite tethered and bound to you, sweets. It's not easy to let you go, even though they haven't spent a lot of time with you or as much time with you as they hoped for recently. We have the Ace of Swords, reach out. This person really wants to talk to you. That is coming through so strongly. What else does this person want to say? Do you even see me that way? So for those who don't know this person very well yet or haven't spoken to them in a while, they are questioning how you see them. That's all they're confused about. This person is very sure about how they feel for you, but they really don't know what you want from them, whether you want them in the first place, what do you want from love, from relationships in general, what do you want keeps coming up. Do you even see me that way? What is the advice for group 1, please, in this situation? What is the advice for group 1 in this situation? If you need more advice, I do have a love advice reading from your higher self up. I will link it in the comment section if you want to get more advice. I am always perfectly protected is your advice from Spirit. When a fearful thought comes up, I recognize that it is trying to protect me. I thank it and let it go with love. So this is for those of you who are also afraid of approaching or even reciprocating your person's actions. I feel like Spirit is saying that this is a case of if it is really difficult to make something work with this person right now, then trust that you are being protected and guided in a way that is best for, like, the best possible outcome for all involved. But the back of this card is more so encouraging you to embrace your fears, to understand your fears, and to learn how to work with them. Fear serves a purpose. Sometimes it's the drive and the will that you need in order to move forward. And I talked about this before in other readings, but sometimes when we're really afraid to do something and it feels like a high stakes situation, that's more telling than having no fear at all, because clearly this situation or this person does mean a lot to you. So make sure that whatever you do in this situation, you don't have regrets. Group 1, that's what I'm seeing for you, sweets. That has been your What Do They Wish Would Happen Between You reading, Valentine's Day edition. It has been a pleasure to read for you. I hope this reading was insightful. Remember, if you need more advice, the link to my love advice, my latest love advice reading from your higher self, is in the comments section. Please look after your beautiful self. I want to thank you for all of your support here on YouTube, and I want to thank our spiritual teams as well for helping me channel these messages and for keeping me safe while doing so. Happy Valentine's Day, Group 1. I hope you had a wonderful day loving yourself, looking after yourself, and you're cherishing your loved ones. And I shall connect with you very, very soon. Bye. Hi Group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this dandelion card, then this is going to be your reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So lovely to have you here, Group 2. I'm going to put your card a little bit further down and we're going to talk about it for a second. So today's reading, we're asking Spirit, what does your person wish would happen between you? And the reading is really inspired by Valentine's Day. We're going to have a look at what they wish would have happened between you on Valentine's Day, as well as moving forward. So what I can tell you when it comes to this person's wishes is that they were gunning for something very specific to happen. Wishes will be granted tells me that this person was very optimistic about how things will turn out between the two of you. They were hoping for growth. They were hoping for longevity is what I feel. And they were hoping for your connection to really thrive moving forward. I feel your person is very fond of you, sweets. Like they're very sweet on you. And I think that they naturally have a bit of fear. But I feel like this person has a good relationship with their fear. They work through it, they overcome it, and they're very determined to keep your connection moving forward. I'm getting strong loyalty from this person, and I also am seeing a little bit of gold here. Now, gold is quite rare in this deck. I'll show you this card up close and you can have a look with me. There are slight hues and tones of gold. And gold in this deck is associated with magic and in some cases luxury. I feel like this person wanted to treat you. I feel like they wish moving forward that the two of you have the chance to really create something quite magical. I feel like you stand out to this person in all of the best ways, group 2. I think that your person feels like they're really onto a winner, like they've managed to find this beauty amongst the weeds, you know. A dandelion for me, listen, I love them. I used to feed them to my guinea pigs too, but like you stand out, you really do. So moving forward, I see your person hoping and wishing for growth, longevity, and that they can continue fostering this sweet, loyal connection with you. Let's get some tarot out here now to have a look at what they wish would have happened on Valentine's Day. I feel a lot of you are either in a relationship with this person or you have the opportunity to really kind of see them regularly, because it feels like they had a specific idea or plan of how Valentine's Day was going to go. Let's use my R-rated deck, so I can't show you the cards up close because I don't want to get a strike on YouTube. I want to be very careful and be in the good graces. So I will just be holding the cards back, like back here. Group 2, what does their person wish would have happened between them on Valentine's Day? What does Group 2's person wish would have happened between them on Valentine's Day, Spirit? Group 2. Hallelujah. Oh my gosh, stop. Nasty in all the right ways. We got the 3 of Cups coming out for you first in the upright. What does this person wish would have happened between them on Valentine's Day? I'm hearing juicy. Oh my lord. It's not supposed to be that kind of reading. It was not supposed to be that kind of reading. What the heck? We have Valentine's Day reversed. Stop. We have the Strength card reversed. I was trying to keep like an almost ASMR tone, really chill. I've been listening to ASMR a lot before bed, but I couldn't. Y'all brought me out. Y'all brought the freak out of me. Your person is quite infatuated. Strength reverse, 3 of Cups upright. Oh my days. What did this person wish would have happened between them on Valentine's Day? I feel almost like I'm intruding. I feel like a waiter who's like interrupting a couple on an anniversary, you know, and I'm out here like, oh, I'm sorry, did you like your meal? Do you need more water? Anyone for more wine? What does Group 2's person wish happened? Knight of Cups. I love it. I love these energies. Oh, yes. Yes. 2 more cards. I know. I apologize. It's taken a bit longer than I thought. We also have the High Priestess in the upright. 1 more card. What does this person wish would have happened between them? Knight of Wands in the reverse. I'm not going to lie, we got some repeats coming out. Some cards are haunting me a little bit. This person wanted you to take them seriously, but they also wanted you to have a good time. It feels like they want your connection to move forward and they're ticking some boxes with you. They're hitting milestones with you. Your bottom deck energy was the 6 of Swords, in case you couldn't see that well enough. Now, I see your person desiring forward movement. They wanted to help you feel like you were on the same page with them. They wanted to have some serious conversations with you. They wanted you to feel listened to and heard. I feel like Valentine's Day was supposed to be a big deal for your group. they were hoping that they could have had a date night with you or seen you at the very least. This person had intentions of like having fun with you and really making you laugh and your eyes light up and your body move. You know, when you laugh that much that like your body reacts, it's not just like a little giggle. It's like a proper like, oh my God. Maybe just me. It doesn't have to be that aggressive, but you know, those full body laughs. I feel like your person hoped that y'all could have created more memories together, and they were hoping to have overcome something like an obstacle or a hurdle. I'm feeling like they hoped that they were strong enough to do something. So if you're friends with this person and you haven't quite been able to overcome that obstacle yet, your person was hoping that they would have gained the courage to be like, listen, I'm very serious about you and I want to start seeing you as like more than just a friend. Would you be open to meeting in that way? This person was hoping that they would have had the courage to really show you a different side of them, a more vulnerable side, a more kind of compassionate side, a patient side. This person was hoping to romance you, and it feels like they were willing to go at your pace, because for a lot of you, there's something about moving forward in the right direction and needing to do that without rushing you. There's a healing energy here, whether that means that you're healing from something else or this person's trying to do things, you know, very carefully, moving one foot in front of the other, not trying to upset you or the connection. It feels like this person was happy to go slow and just kind of see how you felt. I feel kind of like first date vibes with your group. Even if you've known this person for a while, that's the kind of energy they were hoping for. They were hoping to be able to move your connection in an exciting direction where it kind of felt like y'all have butterflies again and it's a first date energy, a big milestone energy. With the High Priestess here, your person was hoping to understand you more. It feels like there's a lot of mystery around this connection, around the future, potentially, as well as you. Your person finds you to be very attractive, okay? They kind of head over heels infatuated, and they were hoping to see you in different clothes is what I'm getting. They weren't wanting to kind of rush intimacy, but they were hoping to kind of get some of their needs met. I'm sorry, but this person, if y'all did not see each other, they were really thinking about you on Valentine's Day, okay, group 2. I think with the High Priestess here, upright no less, you're very mysterious and sexually like attractive to this person. Like you drive them wild. A lot of questions about you. They really want to get to know you better. They want to understand what you want for the future, without coming across as too invested already. Like just carefully kind of knowing and learning more about you and your own vulnerable side as well. Yuck, sorry. It's not yuck, but it's very persistent. There's a sexual energy in your group and I keep hearing it pop up and say things and it said what that mouth do. So listen, this person and their energy, and I mean, it can't just be them at this point. I think y'all are both needing to get certain things done. Now, the Knight of Wands reversed, I feel like they wanted to be more clear with you. I'm actually feeling like they wanted to make their intentions very clear with you. It's not just about sex, or it's not just hot today and cold tomorrow. They wanted you to know what their plans were, and they wanted to get some very specific information from you as well. So what was that information, Spirit, with the Knight of Wands? What was Group 2's person hoping for there? Oh, it fell on the ground. The Hermit. This person wanted to just kind of pick your brain, sweets. They're very wondering about, like, they're kind of wondering what other relationships were like for you, what your exes were like, or maybe something from your past in particular, how you learned, how you grew, how you healed from it. This person's very curious about how you came to be the person that you are today. They want to know what you know. They want to understand your mind. I feel like they want to know if you're seeing anybody else too, because they're kind of concerned that someone like you may not be taking them seriously. So I am getting that energy for some of you who aren't in a relationship with this person, or if you are just sort of dating them, making sure that you're on the same page about the future. Your person's taking you very seriously, like very seriously. You're the only one, I believe, that they are thinking about. Let's have a look at what they hope for when it comes to your connection in general moving forward. What does group two's person hope for when it comes to this connection moving forward, Spirit? What do they wish will happen? The Two of Pentacles is coming out upright as your first card. What does group two's person hope will happen between them moving forward? What do they hope will happen moving forward? Let's group two's person. It fell on the ground. I'll grab it. We have the King of Goblets coming out for you and the upright. Are we going to focus? Okay. The card that fell on the ground, I'm pretty sure it was another Goblets card. It's upright. Oh, not the Goblets card. The Ace of Goblets coming out. Oh my Lord. Stop, my heart just skipped a beat. Group two, what does this person wish will happen between them moving forward? Oh no. In a good way, sorry, in a good way. Queen of Wands and the Queen of Goblets upright and squaring off. Y'all, some of y'all are in a same-sex relationship, but for all of you, your person is very intrigued. Very intrigued. They want to understand you. Your person feels like there's lots of layers to you, sweets. They want to know your different layers. They want to know what you're like when you're working, when you're with your family, when you're with your friends, when you're alone. This person's keen to spend more time with you. I feel like they want your situation to go to the next level. For a lot of you, you are a wish come true to this person. They feel very positive about you, very optimistic about where things are headed, and they really want to make more gestures towards you. They want to have more loving conversations. Your person wants more emotional conversations with you, understanding each other better. They want to spend more time with you. For a lot of you, I'm feeling they want to make more time with you. This person wants to open up to you and show you that they're serious about you. They have serious intentions and plans for your future. And I feel like this person's trying to get towards that level of like being more comfortable around each other when it comes to your emotional conversations. Like I'm for a lot of you, take it if it resonates, but your person is falling for you, and this cup is them being like, I love you. How do you feel about me? So I think for the future, your person's very set on you. They want to continue working on this. They want to spend more time with you. They want to make more time for you. They're hoping that this is what you want as well, that you're both on the same page, you're both balanced in what you're able to give to each other. I feel like some of y'all, they're trying to make room for you in their life too. Like I'm seeing little things like you can leave your toothbrush here if you want, you know, like that big milestone. It's really cute. I feel like they want to be more vocal about their feelings for you. They're trying to tell you the truth if they haven't already. They're trying to make it very clear in their actions as well. Your person is hoping to hit some sort of body confident milestone with you. Like I'm seeing a couple's milestone of like showering together or seeing each other naked with the lights on, you know, not just the candles or the phone screen light. Like they want you to feel really comfortable around them, because I feel like this person is very attracted to you and they want to see more of you in every depiction and meaning, definition of the, you know, phrase. So they want to see more of your body. They want you to feel more confident around them. I feel like this person is very inspired by you. and they're hoping that you're also moving forward in the same direction. I feel like your person sees you focusing on other things too in some way, like your ambition or a hobby or something that you're very passionate about. And I think group 2, they want you to feel like you can still do that while also making a strong connection to them. They feel like you're very similar and yet different in the best of ways. Like you do inspire them. And I feel like you're really helping them regain a sense of like optimism, purpose, creativity, and just like joy in their life as well. You're a light in their life is what I feel. Definitely. I think your person really feels like you are meant to be together in some way. King and the Queen of Goblets, like they feel like you're a counterpart to them, serious partnership material. Your person hopes that moving forward, the two of you can continue to foster this relationship and still pursue your interests, your ambitions, your creative desires, your passionate desires, while also making room for the relationship. They feel like you already have a solid foundation. Like most of you, the energy I'm getting is y'all been together. You are a couple, at least in this person's eyes. So moving forward, they just hope to continue to foster that while also supporting you and whatever this growth is, this interest is. So let's get some channeled messages from them next, and then we'll get some advice for you when it comes to this relationship. Group 2, please, Spirit. What does their person want to say? Yeah, there's a lot of love here. What does Group 2's person want to say, Spirit? I miss you. Will you choose me? This person cannot spend a lot of time away from you. That I miss you card was reversed. So expect to see a lot of them in the near future. They're not going to be able to stay away from you if they are spending time away. So I feel like this person is trying to make up for lost time in a way. They're hopeful. But at the end of the day, they see you as such a firecracker that they know that you will just do what you want to do. But they are hopeful that you both want to continue moving forward together. My nose just got itchy, so I feel like if y'all are in separation, it's not going to last very long. This group feels like they're together already. Group 2, please, Spirit. What does this person want to say? I'm too afraid to talk. I am intrigued. What are you too afraid to talk about? What does this person want to say to group 2? What are they too afraid to talk about? I'm too afraid to talk about the serious issues because I'm worried we're moving too quickly and I don't want to stop a good thing that's already going. So for a lot of you, this person doesn't want to get in the way of you and your growth, your ambitions, and whatever path you're already on. They're too afraid in some way to talk about these big things in case it puts the brakes on your connection and comes across as them trying to stop you from getting what you want. This person doesn't want to stop you. They don't want to come across as someone who's trying to tame you or limit you, because I feel like they're very inspired by you and your energy and whatever it is that you're creating. You're a very attractive manifester is what it feels like, and your energy is in a prime position to create. So they don't want to stop you from pursuing what you want, but they also don't like spending time away from you. So if your desire is to cause there to be a distance or separation, they are afraid to kind of voice their feelings about this. Group 2, what does this person want to say to group 2? The Ace of Cups. Yeah, I really feel like they have strong feelings for you already. This person is wanting your relationship to go to the next level. They're wanting another opportunity to express themselves for real. Get on the same page with you, especially if you haven't heard them tell you this. They want to tell you this. They want to have the courage to tell you this. Two of Cups reverse feels like crossed desires. So there is concerns that their feelings are developing faster than yours, and they want to create more safe places for you to open up as well. I feel your person really thinks that you're two peas from the same pod, very compatible counterparts, and they really feel like whatever issues, whatever happens, like it's nothing that you guys can't overcome, whether it's a compromise, whether it's time, whether it's a bit of patience. They feel like a conversation, a heart-to-heart conversation, and understanding how invested each other is in the other can help you both overcome whatever it is that could be standing in the way or could be causing directions to go in different places, because you feel like you're pursuing something in your life. So they're trying to make allowances and space for you to be able to do that. Bottom deck energy is I'm open to compromise. So there's certain things that this person just won't compromise because they don't want to lose you. But I do think that there needs to be a heartfelt conversation between the two of you in order to understand this better. They don't want to come across as stubborn and force you away either. So Spirit, what is the advice for group 2 in this situation? What is the advice for group 2? The card I saw was you've got 2. Oh, maybe not. No, you do. You do have 2, but it's interesting. Your higher self is saying, you are free to be you. This is a good affirmation. I'm free to be me. I see myself as being free. I am free in my mind. I am free in my body. I am free in my life. When it comes to this relationship, see it as a supplement. This person is quite devoted, but that's something they need to learn and understand about themselves. This relationship for you is intended to be very supportive, very loving, very nurturing, but it's not your entire universe. There's another purpose to your life right now that needs your attention, your energy, and a lot of your devotion as well. I feel like you need a level of freedom, and that is your advice, is to continue doing what feels right for you and pursuing what you need to pursue in order to feel like you are living your most authentic life. We also have forgiveness coming out as advice. Forgiveness is a gift to myself. Forgiving frees me from the past and allows me to live in the present. When I forgive myself and others, I am free. So whether it's this person or yourself, I feel like you're in a little bit of a tricky situation here moving forward, where you are maybe needing to deal with a few different things at the same time, juggling them. I think that you shouldn't feel guilty for doing what you feel is right for you, for living your most authentic life by pursuing interests and purposes that are authentically a part of your journey moving forward. And the way that you'll know if it's authentic is if it really just comes to you almost naturally, if it lights you up and it just really seems to happen for you rather than to you. I feel like this isn't a need to choose one over the other situation. It is definitely a compromise situation though. So forgiving yourself is almost about understanding yourself better and why you may feel guilty or why you may feel like you need forgiveness anyway, because you are being encouraged to live your authentic life, group 2, using this relationship as a supplement and having this supportive person beside you to continue to do what you are intended to do in this life. That doesn't mean you're using them, because I see that if you're on the same page, you both understand what you're able to give to the other. I feel like it's really just about knowing that right now a relationship is not supposed to be the main focus in your life. So group 2, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope this reading was helpful and filled in the gaps when it comes to the situation, or supported you in clarifying what you may already know. Happy Valentine's Day, group 2, and thank you so much for supporting me, supporting this community, this channel. I want to thank our spiritual teams, angels, ancestors, and guides for helping me channel these messages and keeping me safe while doing so. If you need more love advice, I do have a love advice reading from your higher self that was posted very recently. So I'm going to leave that in the comment section. You can click on that video for more love advice if you need it. Stay safe, and I shall connect with you very, very soon. Bye. Hi group 3, and welcome to your reading. Oh, my ring's a little bit off. There we go. If you chose this passion flower, why is my mouth doing this? If you chose this passion flower card that says sacrifice at the bottom, then this is going to be your reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was about to say Valentine's Day reading. My mouth is just not working with my brain, so I apologize. I should get better. I've got my Amazonite here helping me channel. So group 3, today's reading is Valentine's Day inspired. We're asking Spirit what this person wishes would happen between you. We're going to look at what they wish would have happened on Valentine's Day, and then what they wish for moving forward with you. I'm going to get channeled messages and advice as well. The advice will be small, so if you need more advice, I did post a love advice from your higher self reading recently, and I will link that in the comment section below. So starting with this card for you, group 3, I feel like your person is really hoping to heal something here. They're hoping that everything was worth it and that it pays off with sacrifice. They're hoping that moving forward, your connection will have a lot more like sweetness and romance for a lot of you, and just healing. Like whatever you've been through, they're hoping that it was worth it, and that all potentially the sacrifices and the pain, or just the effort, the time, that it was all worth it. I can see here that this person is really wanting to be more honest to you moving forward, and they're hoping that for a lot of you, the loyalty that one or both of you showed will pay off. I'm seeing this blue really standing out though. They definitely want to tell you something. They want to have a conversation with you. This person is also feeling like they had to trust in your situation a lot. Like they couldn't just kind of expect certain things to happen. They had to just kind of surrender in many ways and just hope that them trusting in the situation, potentially in the process, was going to pay off in the long run. I also get here that your person feels like this connection is quite spiritual. I'm getting that magenta color through here. Let me show you your card closer. And magenta in this deck is really associated with universal love and harmony. So your person feels a strong, like, spiritual connection with you that is a reflection of like their karma almost, and what they do, what they put out into the world. And they hope that in hindsight, like it all balances out for the positive. Your person has a lot of faith when it comes to your connection, but they also appreciate the fact that they're not perfect. And I think that mistakes were made in the past here. Your person's really trying to focus on healing here with this pink and the green. Strong focus on healing. For some of you, this is about a renewal in your connection. We'll see what tarot says. But for all of you, this is hopefully getting growth in the right direction. Let's put this card down and get some tarot cards out. The first deck I'll be using does have nudity in it, so I'm not going to bring it too close to the camera. I'm just going to hold it at a distance. I'm trying to be careful with YouTube's algorithm. I want to be in the good books and just very careful. Okay, so group 3, please, Spirit. What is group 3's person? What did they hope would have happened on Valentine's Day? What does group 3's person hope happened on Valentine's Day between these two? What did they hope happened? We have Empress here. So they hope that you were taking care of yourself. They hope that you felt cherished and adored. What does this person hope happened on Valentine's Day between them, Spirit? What did they hope for? Card just fell on the ground, excuse me. It's the Hermit card in the reverse position. So a lot of you may be in separation or a no contact situation. What does this person hope would have happened? Ay, Dios mío, it fell on the ground. They're all falling on the ground, aren't they? We have the Seven of Wands. Okay. What do they hope would have happened between them, Spirit? Group 3. What does their person hope happened on Valentine's Day? We have the Devil card in the upright. This is very graphic. Oh Lord, I'm trying to keep like an almost ASMR tone, but it's not working. I apologize. My reactions. What does this person hope would have happened on Valentine's Day between them, Spirit? What did they hope would have happened? We have the Two of Pentacles. This card comes out a lot in this reading, like in all the groups. Bottom deck energy is the Two of Wands. I was feeling that. For a lot of you, this person wanted to actually make plans with you, but it feels like that didn't happen. It feels like many of you were tied up doing something else or just had other things going on. Now, even if you spend Valentine's Day with this person, it feels like this person almost like didn't even set specific expectations, because they expected things to not go that way anyway. Like your group has a strange energy of like compromise and sacrifice, and you may have children with this person. And so Valentine's Day was just another day, you know, where you just had to kind of just swallow it and keep on keeping on to the next day. So it kind of feels like when it comes to this person, they did wish that you had made plans together, to be together and to spend time together. They wish that they would have spent more time kind of taking care of you, but they hoped that you were taking care of yourself as well. This person hoped that you took time for yourself, to cherish yourself, to really pump yourself full of self-love, and to understand that you are adored. They really hope that you did something for yourself on Valentine's Day. I see that they regret not making this situation more serious. With the Hermit reversed, I feel like there was a miscommunication here. And it feels like what somebody wanted was not what the other person wanted. So your person may have a hard time with this day in general. Like they may not really like Valentine's Day or celebrate it. And so they were kind of struggling with that because they felt like there were expectations on them, but you didn't really talk about it. So they just kind of went with what they always do or what they felt they should do. With the Hermit reversed, I feel like they made a regretful decision, or they may have said something that they in hindsight wish they didn't. Like I'm hearing, I wish I could have retracted that. So a very interesting way of talking. It feels like they should have at least sent you a message or called you or just sort of showed you that they were thinking of you. But for a lot of you, this is a group that has been in separation for a while, or your relationship has required a lot of effort in the past, and it's very much a tentative step forward, sometimes 2 steps back, you know? I think with the Hermit here reversed, you're both just learning and trying to figure out what to do in this situation. And there is no right or wrong, but there's certainly a lot of potential mistakes and learning to be had along the way. It feels like you spent this day in separation, working on yourselves and just thinking about each other. With the Seven of Wands here, this person wished that things could have moved forward. They feel like this situation with you is going to take a lot of energy moving forward, maybe some courage as well. They almost feel like an underdog here with the Seven of Wands. So something about your situation it's like the odds are stacked against them here. And they wish that they could have overcome those odds and been successful. I feel like your person almost has to fight to maintain something with you. Like I'm being shown the reference of like a hero needing to fight for their position, or like a champion fighting for to maintain their championship title. So it kind of feels like this person's almost losing in a way when it comes to you, and they were hopeful that they could get ahead on Valentine's Day, that they could maintain something with you at the very least, or just kind of make a headway in a positive direction. With the Devil card here, it kind of feels like this person is looking at your connection as like a very rocky road where nothing is really clear, or with the devil here, it kind of feels like Valentine's Day, they expected to, I'm almost feeling like if they wanted to see you, they would have had to sneak to see you, or they would have had to do something they may not have been very proud of to see you. Like, I feel like this devil is them being a little bit reckless and not like paying attention to their other responsibilities or their other commitments. This person or you could be in another relationship, or there was just something else happening that day and they considered boycotting that in order to kind of see you. I feel like they hoped on Valentine's Day that the two of you were thinking of each other and having moments of passion thinking of each other, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean, okay? But it's interesting. This devil is like, you make me want to do bad things vibe. You make me want to do bad things. You're like a temptation to this person. I feel like you didn't spend Valentine's Day with them. It's like they admire you from a distance. Interesting. The Two of Pentacles is like them wishing that they could have made time for you, wishing that the two of you could have spent more time together. This person wishes that they could have seen you. For a lot of you, I'm getting sneaky energy here, okay? Like them sneaking to see you, or you sneaking to see them, sneaking away from the kids to be together, sneaking away from this person to see you. Spirit, why is the devil here? What did Group 2's person wish happened on Valentine's Day? Why is the devil here? The Ace of Pentacles reversed. They felt selfish. They wish they had done more selfish actions. So they did. They're looking at this as something that they feel guilty about. This person wishes that they took selfish action. They kind of wanted a booty call from you, sweets, but they knew that that wouldn't have been fair. They were hoping to connect with you, even though it would have been temporary and it couldn't have actually led to something. Your situation is very complicated. This person was hoping to kind of link up with you, even though it would have only been for a few like minutes or hours or a day. Whatever this is, it's like that you had to sneak in order to see you, and it would have been very selfish for them to do that, and they couldn't have done it for very long. Yeah, it would have been very selfish though, and it wouldn't have made you kind of look at them better in the long term. They would have had to almost let someone else down or potentially betray somebody else and look like weak in some way. But I feel like this person gets very overpowered by their feelings for you. They don't fully understand their feelings for you, sweets. Something about you just really just intrigues them, and they're filled with a lot of passion for you, a lot of sexual energy for you, especially on Valentine's Day. It's something that they're constantly fighting. And it feels like it only leads to disappointment on most occasions. So they kind of, it's a very tricky situation you're in with this person. Is there anything else they need to know about their Valentine's Day hopes? This person's Valentine's Day hopes. The Nine of Swords reversed. It may be a while since y'all saw each other. This person is just wanting to see you again. They wish things weren't so complicated. This person is saying that things did not necessarily go the right way with you. Yeah. And they're happy for you because you seem to be doing well, but it's at a cost and they feel like they drew the short straw. Nine of Swords reversed. It's like they realized something after the fact about you. And with you coming out as the Empress, sweets, you're a catch. Group 3, this person's like seeing you in a very physical way. Valentine's Day, they were just like, I hope you're well, I hope you're looking after yourself, but I'll be thinking about you later tonight, you know what I mean? So they kind of wish that that wasn't just all in their head. This person fantasizes and dreams about you too. So what does this person wish will happen between group 3 and them moving forward, Spirit? What do they wish? We have the Queen of Discs in the reverse position. What do they wish will happen between them moving forward? We have the World. We're a little bit behind time here, but we'll catch up. What do they wish will happen? We have the 5 of Wands in the reverse position. What does this person wish will happen between them and group 3? We have the 4 of Swords in the upright. That's nice, I guess. What does this person wish will happen? You know what that card's saying? I hope we can at least be friends. I hope we can have peace moving forward. I hope we can at least be amicable. What else do they hope for between group 3 moving forward, Spirit? What else do they hope for? Excuse me, I got some cards that flipped over. They want to work with you again. This could be an old colleague or somebody who you interact with or you used to share a community with on a daily basis. Bottom deck energy is the 8 of Cups upright. So they aren't exactly expecting you to do anything that is not in your best interest. They want your connection to be able to move forward for all the right reasons. There's something about your present situation that is very temporary. I still stand by that initial feeling of them wanting sweetness with you and health moving forward, honesty. I use loyalty with a grain of salt because there's something about the situation that's got them very drawn towards you, but at the same time, you seem to be growing elsewhere. So this person hopes in the future that your paths do continue to cross, although they acknowledge you experiencing success apart from them. And I sincerely believe that they wish the very best for you, but I also believe that this person wishes that you would grow somewhere close to them, like that you can still be around them. I don't sense this person wishing you bad, but I feel like they wish that if you do grow, you grow around them, you know, because they feel like your cycle with them isn't entirely over yet. They feel like you'll always have this sort of unfinished business between the two of you, or that your paths are always destined to cross. Your person feels like your situation is very challenging, and they hope that it doesn't continue to be so complicated moving forward. It feels very competitive, and it could be because somebody else has another relationship. They're hoping that moving forward, it won't continue to cause stress. I see this person being loyal to the person that they have a more tangible loyalty with. If they're married, they're going to stay with their marital partner, sweets. With the 5 of Wands, they don't want to cause drama. They don't want to cause more conflict. They want to uncomplicate the situation. And for the 4 of Swords to be upright, they just want the situation to be peaceful moving forward. They hope that you can both move forward on good terms and continue to work together in a more functional way. For a lot of you, this person feels like you'll always be connected in some way to a practical part of your lives, whether that's a workplace, a family connection, a shared community that you both have, or like the kids if you used to be married to this person, or even if you just had a child to them. They just hope that you can work together in that way moving forward. They don't expect you to continue to pursue something with them if it isn't emotionally fulfilling. They hope that you continue to find your happiness. This person's questioning a lot of themselves and their own like actions and choices because of you. I feel like they're quite confused about what to do moving forward for themselves. This person doesn't consider themselves to be as chivalrous as they once did, in the sense of they realize now how impulsive actions can create serious outcomes. So let's get some channeled messages from them. What an interesting character. There had to be a group like this though, sadly, in the sense of human beings are very complicated creatures, and I feel like this is a true testament to desires and hopes versus reality. Let's have a look at what this person wants to tell you. Group 3, what does this person want to say to group 3? What does this person want to say to group 3? The 5 of Swords. I meant what I said. This person may be trying to figure out a way to get out of this situation. I wouldn't be surprised if they just walk away or if they try to ghost you because it's easier. A slippery fish here with the 5 of Swords. This is someone who tries to be victorious, but that means that someone has to lose. So conversation with them could be very tricky. We have the 8 of Swords moving forward as well. This is someone who has to prove a point. They're saying, I'm trying to prove a point here. I'm too afraid to talk to you. The 8 of Swords. I'm too afraid to talk to you. I feel like a victim in this situation. Why do you feel like a victim? What do you want to say to group 3? Yeah, nah, I'm confused. I didn't mean to hurt you. I tried to do what was best for me. They're trying to save themselves. Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. Very passionate about you, though. Didn't realize the consequences of their own actions. Yeah, nah. They're trying to let you go easy. So they may have done it indirectly. Instead of like telling you straight out, like I don't think we should continue this, they may have just slowly stopped talking to you or not replying to your messages. We have the 6 of Cups in the reverse position. They left things in an awkward way, but I feel like this is someone who frequently pops up for you. This is someone who you never really end things with. Why else is the 6 of Cups here reversed? Trying to act like a stranger. What is going on here? What do you want to say to group 3? What do you want to say to group 3? Yeah, there was an interference in some way. Family or another lover. The children. Children keep coming up. I'm trying to be inclusive for those who have bibbers. But children keep coming up. I'm obsessed with your body. So they feel an imbalance. Very attracted to you, but not emotionally available. And I'm really trying to say this with compassion, sweets. This is the honest message that I'm getting. This person is very attracted to you, but they're not able to give you more than that right now. They feel like you deserve more. They acknowledge that you're a loving person. And I feel like you are very sweet or soft in some way. Like, I almost feel like they kind of took advantage of that and manipulated the situation in that way. Like a passion fruit vine. Passion fruit vines, or all vines, can be manipulated. They don't need to grow upright, you know, like a trunk of a tree. They can twist and weave and move to find light and exist in the strangest of places too, sometimes requiring a host to be more structured. What else does this person want to say to group 3? Reach out. So I feel like this person is going to try to keep communication open with you. They're going to try to get one foot out, one foot in, so that it's not a definite ending, because they are still very sexually attracted to you and they are still hoping to be able to have you within arm's reach. They are hoping to not create a serious ending between you. Let's get advice for you, because Lord, you need it, group 3. Excuse me. What is this? What is the advice for group 3 in this situation, Spirit? What is the advice for group 3 in this situation? Oh, you have 2 cards. I'm sorry, I'm so dramatic. When things fall out in awkward ways, I'm just over here gasping and reacting. We have, I give over my problems and sleep peacefully. Oh, I love this, because yes, you deserve to be unburdened by the weight of other people's behavior. I release my fears and problems. I feel only peace in my mind and body as I drift off to sleep. Let's have a look at your other card as well. I am welcomed with joy wherever I am. Back of this card says, people love working and being with me as I express my thoughts, feelings, and ideas. They are welcomed and easily comprehended by others. You are a lovable person. You're a very kind person, and many people will stand up for you when the time comes for it. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to be seen. You're being encouraged to speak up for yourself and to not be afraid to express yourself, but you're also being called to release your fears and your problems in order to embrace peace and focus on what you need to do right now, which is probably just survive, sweets. This energy can be very choking, like strangling. So it's really important that you choose whatever situation is going to bring you the peace that you need in your life right now, as well as that you feel strong enough, confident enough to express your authentic thoughts, feelings, and ideas and needs moving forward. You are someone who a lot of people would back and support. So please don't feel like this situation is going to be like dipped in one person's favor. You know, this person seemingly needs you more than you need them. At the end of the day, as long as you're doing what is going to kind of put you in a position to be less complicated, less stressed, less afraid, and less faced with problems, I think you can't lose. I think that this was maybe a fun situation for you, but moving forward, I don't see you pursuing something with this person because they just make things out to be a lot more complicated than you need in your life right now. So group 3, that is what I'm seeing for you. If you do need more advice when it comes to love, I have recently posted a love advice from your higher self reading. I will have it linked in the comment section of this video, so you're welcome to have a look at that and see if you need or can gain any more advice about your situation there. Otherwise, use your discernment and just do moving forward what you feel is going to give you the best outcome, bring you that energy that you need, and release you from the problems that you don't need. Sending you so much love and light, group 3. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for all of your support, and thank you to our spiritual teams as well for helping me channel these messages and for keeping me safe while doing so. I shall see you soon, group 3, in another video. Bye. Hi group 4, and welcome to your reading. So lovely to have you here. If you chose this wildflower card with the word freedom down here, then this is going to be your reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So lovely to have you here. So today, group 4, we're asking Spirit, what does your person wish will happen between the two of you? Valentine's Day edition. So we're going to look at what they hoped would have happened on Valentine's Day, as well as what they hope will happen moving forward. I will also be getting channeled messages and some advice for you as well. There won't be a heck of a lot of advice in this reading, so if you do need more advice, I recently posted a love advice from your higher self reading, and I'll put that in the comment section of this video for you to watch after if you need more advice. So starting with this card, group 4, I can tell that your person moving forward is really hoping that at the very least, the two of you can be more honest with each other and more loyal to what you say. Because I feel like with Wildflower here, an aspect of your connection has a lot to do with your individuality and with your sense of freedom. A strong energy here is trust, honesty, and spirituality. That's what I'm picking up on very strongly. There is a feeling of compassion and kindness moving forward, and I feel like there is this hope that you are mutually understanding of each other's situation moving forward. I do also feel like this person is hoping that you can be more positive and joy-orientated moving forward. There is something about your connection here that is quite magical and that makes this person think about the bigger questions, whether that's their spiritual beliefs or whether that just is life in general and what they want to do with their life. I feel like this person feels that you two were meant to meet each other in this lifetime, but they're hoping that your main focus of your connection isn't just romance and passion. I feel like they're hoping that you will continue to give each other the freedom to be able to pursue your inspired interests. I think this person is very inspired by you, group 4. They feel that your connection is a lot deeper than the other connections they have in their life with people. You really stand out to them. You've really brought them meaning. I'm getting a more passive energy here with this card, a more sort of quiet, feminine energy here. And I feel like they hope that moving forward things can be more peaceful at the very least. Like it doesn't always have to be so crazy. Let's get some tarot out and have a look at what they were hoping for on Valentine's Day now. I'm going to be using this deck. There is nudity in it, so I can't bring the cards too close to the camera. I've explained this in the other groups. I'm just trying to be very careful with YouTube. I'm walking, not that I've had a strike before, I've never had a strike, but I just want to make sure I don't get one. They've got a lot more little questions when you put a video up now, so I'm just like, oh my god. Please don't let me have to ever get in the firing line and tick one of those boxes. So I'll be holding the cards at a distance to avoid that paperwork. Group 4, please, Spirit. What did their person wish would have happened on Valentine's Day? What does Group 4's person wish happened on Valentine's Day? Group 4. What does their person wish happened on Valentine's Day? We have the Fool in the reverse position. Isn't that an interesting energy? What do they wish happened on Valentine's Day? We also have the 9 of Wands over here, reversed. What does this person wish happened on Valentine's Day? Group 4, please, Spirit. We have the 8 of Pentacles reversed as well. What does Group 4's person wish happened on Valentine's Day between them? What do they wish happened on Valentine's Day, Spirit? What do they wish happened? We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse position. One more card. What does this person wish happened between them? Group 4 and their person. What does their person wish happened between them, Spirit? We also have the 10 of Pentacles in the upright position. It feels like your person is here for the long term, but that means that the temporary situation is not favorable. It's not easy. Bottom deck energy is the 4 of Cups reverse. They were hoping that you weren't missing out on anything. I feel like this person was hoping you weren't missing them, because it feels like your situation right now has you living 2 different lives. And I think with the 4 of Cups, like they were really hoping that they didn't miss out on a significant chance with you. I think with the Fool card, they were hoping they didn't make a foolish decision, because it feels like this person chose to do something else instead of what they wanted with you. I think they hoped that you could understand how they were investing their energy, and they hoped that they would have the chance to try things in a different way with you moving forward. This person was expecting things to not be romantic on Valentine's Day, but they were hoping that that wouldn't impinge on the long-term outcome, and that it would all kind of come together in the end. Your person was hoping that you weren't going to give up on them, and that you could understand what they had done and what they chose to do. I feel like they hoped that if you're in another relationship, this person hoped that you still took time to think of them. You may be in a very interesting spiritual connection, because your person feels like the 2 of you can't be together, but you're very connected. So even when you're not together, you still pick up on each other's energy. And it's almost like they don't want to kind of limit your current experiences, so they're just being hopeful about the future. And with the 10 of Pentacles here, that means like years from now future. This person is so forward thinking. On Valentine's Day with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, they hoped that you weren't working and that you took time off for yourself and that you were actually allowing yourself to be noticed by other people as well, especially if you've been struggling to make more time for romance in your life. This person was hoping that you would have at least thought about doing something romantic that night, even if it couldn't be with them. It's so bizarre. It's such a weird message here. But I feel like they hoped that you weren't delaying your experiences, your growth, your journey because of them. They at the very least hope that you took time off work and that you took time off the serious things to actually have more romance or have more fun or have more love, even if you had to do that by yourself. With the Knight of Cups reversed, it's like they knew they weren't going to have romance with you, so they hoped that between the two of you, like, there was at least an understanding of why that had to happen, why you couldn't be together in that way, and that you both accepted and were at peace with that. They hoped that they didn't miss out or make a mistake or make a foolish decision. But I really feel like this person expected the two of you to be apart on Valentine's Day. And they just hoped that that didn't stand in the way of whatever else you were going through. Whatever else you had the potential or opportunity to experience. This is a very interesting group, I'm going to move forward and we're going to see what this person hopes will happen for the future of this connection, because I think that will be more telling than Valentine's Day. This person knew that y'all couldn't be together for Valentine's Day. So group 4, please, Spirit. What does this person hope will happen for the future of their connection with group 4? We have the Four of Pentacles in the upright position. What does this person hope will happen between them and group 4 moving forward? What does this person hope will happen between them and group 4 moving forward, Spirit? We also have the Two of Swords in the reverse position. What is this person? Oh my gosh, there's another card there. Let me flip that over. Sorry, we're not going to take it because I didn't see it come out. It just kind of flipped over. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. What else does this person hope will happen moving forward between them and group 4, please, Spirit? What else does this person hope? Yeah, this is a very surrendered energy here. The Hanged Man, it's like they can't make any hopes because at the end of the day, it's out of their hands anyway. It's so bizarre. We have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So I see your person hopeful that you won't always be lonely and feel alone. They hope that you both find connection, and they hope that you both, this is either someone that you've separated from, or this is someone who you expect to be away from for a long time. They hope that moving forward, it all kind of leads to growth in the best of ways. They hope that you can find a way with the Four of Pentacles upright to kind of keep things where they're at now in a helpful way. I'm having a really hard time deciphering this energy because it's not exactly romantic. It's very platonic. It's very friendly. It's just I just want the best for you. Even though I may always feel connected to you. So your person with the Four of Pentacles is having a hard time letting go of this connection to you. And they're hoping that moving forward, there can always be kind of an understanding with the Four of Pentacles and a way to make things work. The way that I look at this Four of Pentacles is kind of they can't let you go, but they can't make this grow either. So they're at a bit of a standstill here, and they hope that becomes easier in the future. With this Two of Swords reversed, Your person hopes that your connection is less confusing in the future. They hope that moving forward, they can make choices without thinking about you, because it feels like you still kind of haunt this person. Everything that they do in some way is about you. I'm having a really hard time with this person's energy, because I almost feel like moving forward, there's not much that they can do in this connection, group 4. I see with the Two of Swords, they hope at the very least that it becomes easier to take action and to make decisions, but they're thinking about themselves. They're thinking about, like, I just hope it's easier for me to do this and for me to be able to do that and for this to be able to work in that way. And I think with the Queen of Wands reverse, this person is also hopeful that it doesn't turn completely sour between the two of you. Like, the Queen of Wands reverse is giving me spite, jealousy, bitterness. It's like they're hoping that you can continue to grow as well. This is not a connection that feels like it has a physical future together, you know, like it feels like y'all are supposed to have different relationships, experiences, growth. You're supposed to be able to give each other freedom without feeling like you need to physically be together, because it feels like the universe will try to keep you apart anyway for as long as you think you need this person in your life. You do have a strong connection to them, but I feel like this person and you taught each other a lot more in separation. With the Queen of Wands reversed, it's like they hope that you'll be interested in someone else almost, is what I'm getting. Like, they hope that your interest isn't always on them. They hope that you will find other reasons to be happy and to feel joy and to be positive and to feel purpose and inspiration. All of those like energies that you get when you become very interested in someone, they hope that you'll experience that elsewhere. I think with the Queen of Wands reversed, I'm sorry if I said swords. With this Queen of Wands reversed, they really just hope that in the future it isn't toxic, it isn't bitter, there's no spite, and you both just accept that you did whatever you had to do because it felt that's what was best at the time. I think that this person is hopeful that you'll give them forgiveness if you haven't yet. With the Hanged Man here, they're hoping that it all makes more sense then. They're hoping that by then they'll understand the situation better in the future, like hindsight. They're hoping the pieces will come together more clearly. I see with the Hanged Man here that this person is hoping to get a new perspective on this relationship. So I feel that many of you were either lovers and you're turning into friends and trying to figure out how to make that work moving forward. But I feel more of like a platonic energy from your person. We'll see what their channeled messages say as well. But I think moving forward, they hope that things can work out for the best, even if that means flipping something on its head. They hope that you both can gain wisdom from this experience and learn from this experience. And they hope that you don't stay lonely or that you won't be lonely moving forward. Let's get some channeled messages because I have a lot of questions. What can Group 4's person tell us about this situation, Spirit? It doesn't necessarily have to make sense to me as long as it makes sense to you. So if this message isn't resonating, you may have messages in other groups. This is a very specific message, Group 4. What does this person want to say to Group 4, Spirit? I never imagined so much perfection. This person thinks very highly of you, okay? They feel like you're very well put together. You have a lot of potential. You're very independent. You've inspired them. And they see that you are a very worthy, valuable person. What does this person want to say to Group 4, Spirit? Do you even see me that way? Can we clarify this card, please, Spirit? What are they talking about there? What do they see Group 4 as? They see you as a missed opportunity, like right person, wrong time energy. Will you choose me reversed? Do you even see me that way? Do you see me as someone who missed an opportunity with you? Do you see me as someone who was right but at the wrong time? Do you see others? I feel like this person is saying that you both have so many choices to make in this lifetime, and that strangely enough, they've learned to accept their wrongs as well. When it comes to this connection, they were confused. They could have handled things better in the past, but they have already tried to make peace with the fact that they can't change their actions. Group 4, what does this person want to say? I feel the same way. 2 of Cups. They're very connected to you. This is someone who feels a very close emotional connection to you. They feel like a strong friend, sweets, though. I'm not getting a lot of romance. I'm just getting that this person feels like they will always have feelings for you in some way. You'll always be connected in some way. Very supportive, very loving. And they just want what is best for you, it feels like. What does this person want to say to group 4, please, Spirit? What does this person want to say to group 4? I'm working on my goals. I just dream and wish for everything. I feel like when it comes to you, there was a time where they really hoped that it could have worked out. I feel like there was romantic feelings at some point, but I feel like it didn't get to last, and your relationship was restructured. I feel like your person is trying to make plans towards the future, but they are having a hard time letting you go. Yeah, I'm just being shown let me have you here. So you are someone that really showed them a lot about themselves. They feel like they regained a sense of self because of you. A fire was lit within them because of you. And they learned that certain things are worth fighting for because of you. What else does this person want to say to group 4, please, Spirit? What else does this person want to say to group 4? What else does this person want to say to group 4? Oh, we got 2 cards. I think we should slow down, and I know you from somewhere. So I do see your connection slowing right down if it hasn't already, as your person invests energy in other things. I feel like they will aim to leave on good terms with you. It's not supposed to be catastrophic. It's supposed to be a feeling of like if they came back, you would welcome them. I feel like when it comes to this situation, you really did inspire them. You're a very positive energy in their life, a source of happiness and joy. They feel very strongly connected to you. There's a lot of kind of trust in this situation as a whole, and there is still a strong feeling of friendship and compassion here. Your person is trying to do what they feel is best for them, and they're hoping that you do the same as well. I see that moving forward, this person is trying to stay optimistic about their circumstances, and they wish you the same. I feel like your person is really trying to leave on good terms with you. Whatever this means, they don't want to kind of leave you feeling bitter or sad or jealous or upset with them, and they hope that you can find someone else who can make you happy as well. Group 4, please, Spirit. What is the advice for group 4? What is the advice for group 4? What is the advice? Wow, this is beautiful. I haven't seen this card in so long. I barely work with this deck anymore. I am on an ever-changing journey. The back of this card says, my life is never stuck or static or stale. Each moment is new and fresh. Every ending is a new point of beginning. So group 4, I can appreciate that this message wasn't easy to hear. I can appreciate that it could have been very triggering, and I really do want to say that I did my best to try to deliver this with compassion. If you feel you need time and this isn't a message you are ready to hear, then I'd recommend you give yourself exactly what you need. But I hope that this reading, I sincerely hope that it found you at the right time and that it gave you closure, peace, and just confirmation that things are moving in the right direction for you. I see a new beginning for you. I see new opportunities for you because of this ending. I see that the well wishes from your person, if they are reciprocated, are helping you heal and prepare for new opportunities in love and relationships. The aim moving forward is to not create static, stale, or stuck energy. This is an affirmation that will help you continue to create movement in your life and in your love life so that you can make room for new people, new opportunities to present themselves to you. Spirit's advice for you is that this ending was inevitable and also had to happen in order for something new to occur for both of you, because you are on an ever-changing journey. And it kind of reminds me of that audio that's on Instagram and TikTok, where it just basically says, your chapter in my book is over. It will forever be missed and known as one of my favorite chapters. I need to move forward and create like a new chapter now. I can't remember the rest of the audio, to be honest with you. But that's what I feel is happening for you, Group 4. We're moving forward and there's so much more new experiences to be had for you, fresh and new experiences. Group 4, if you need more advice about your love life, I do have my love advice from your higher self reading out. It'll be in the comment section if you want to see if you have any messages in that reading or revisit that reading if you need to. I just want to say it has been an honor to read for you. And like I said, I hope this reading found you at the right time. Thank you so much for joining me today. Your energy is so beautiful, and I really want to say happy Valentine's Day from me. I'm going to be sending so much love your way. I know I filmed this before Valentine's Day, so now that I know what's going to be happening for you, I'm going to send you so much love on the 14th of February. And remember, love never leaves you. It transforms and it kind of comes out in weird ways through certain situations, but it never leaves you. So I hope you use that day to cherish yourself. And moving forward, please continue to look after yourself and stay open to love. Group 4, I also want to thank our ancestors and guides for helping us channel these messages and just for keeping me safe while I was doing so. I hope to connect with you very, very soon. Bye.